All right, intense face-off here between Lewis Glover, Hunter Spehar, and they're off. It's Spehar in the red.
Oh,
Glover's
Lewis
shooting.
going for the cage off the bat.
Interesting strategy as he looks to take Spehar to the cage. He is a strong guy.
Bold move, Dylan. Let's see if it plays out for him.
Yes, indeed. Indeed, as Spehar is working on that wizard on the overhand already and looks to lock his hands. Lewis Glover.
Lewis looking to probably break and strike, or is he going to go back, going back in? Look like he's trying to tie up again.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Stuffing the space down. Interesting approach from Glover on this one.
Going with a wrestling-heavy approach for the first round here. And you know, one thing I will say about Spehar.
Right down for the shot.
Not necessarily to his detriment, but traditionally he has wrestled his opponents to a decision. So,
yes.
You know, if
Big
you
knee from Spehar.
implement a wrestling strategy in the first round and you get taken down anyway, it's not the end of the world, maybe in theory. In theory, you survive that round and you switch to striking in the second round.
When you fight guys like Spehar, it's like, yeah, the takedown will probably happen at some point.
Maybe, yeah, exactly.
And Lewis once again snatching that leg up and going for a shot entry on the cage.
He's just not on Spehar's level when it comes to the wrestling. Like he's going to have to tire him out.
I mean, this is also something like people have said they've seen like Chris Weidman do this to Anderson Silva. Put him on the cage and kind of hunker on a little bit, make the wrestler tire their arms out a bit.
I mean, look at the disdain from Hunter Spehar.
He's kind of just like, this is annoying him. He's not in too much danger.
The nonchalance that he has, the zero urgency that he has to get out of this position shows you exactly what he thinks of Lewis Glover's wrestling.
He was kind of just waiting. He was like, go ahead and step that way and I'll keep sending you there.
Right, yeah. Brilliant MMA grappler is Spehar, in my opinion.
Great cross frame. Finds tight hooks from the break right there. Great read.
Glover's doing a pretty nice job defending everything so far. He's definitely rotating himself out of dangerous positions.
But Spehar is also kind of feeling it out now. I think he's kind of feeling less and less threats in this grappling.
Definitely.
Ooh! Big check hook from Spehar on the break. And Glover going for a deep shot again.
He keeps going back to the well, too. It's so hard to take down a guy.
Spehar knows how to keep his hips out and back to kind of throw himself back down from that break.
I was going to say, it's so hard to take down a guy with a very fundamentally sound base, and now he's switching to a Kimura grip for the defense.
Great Kimura grip to peel him back onto the wall and break off.
But Glover's strong. Glover's a strong dude.
But does he have the stamina to grapple 5 rounds
with a guy like this?
Yes.
With a guy like this.
There's just between grappling another person and grappling a wrestler.
Yeah, definitely. Because if you're both tired and the wrestling is still happening, the wrestler has the advantage because they're used to wrestling tired. But so far, Lewis Glover putting on a great display.
I think Glover might be looking for probably trying to find openings into the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round. As we've seen, like Spehar can wrestle all 5 rounds. The longer the fights goes, the more desperate he gets for entries and cage entries, but he still gets that takedown.
Correct.
And I think Glover might be looking for that. However, Glover got caught with some really tight check hooks on some of those breaks. And I'm kind of thinking that Lewis Glover's reads might not be playing into his favor for this fight. Still curious to see how this fight keeps playing out with Lewis Glover putting him into the cage. Really wish we had some mics by the corners to hear what they're saying.
I know. Sometimes that is all I want, is to know what they're saying.
Sometimes it's advice and sometimes it's cheerleading, and from my viewpoint, that's always interesting to hear from people, because sometimes people need advice and sometimes people need a cheerleader. More or less, you tend to need a bit more advice than cheerleading.
It requires you to know your fighter, too.
Yeah.
You know, where they respond most positively, too. Now Glover shows the cross for the first time.
And Spehar with the head kick and tight combinations on the inside. Glover kind of opened himself up. He went a little wide on that shot entry, and Spehar capitalized on the inside. great head pressure from spehar. This is something that impressed me, is that head pressure was incredibly relentless in his title fight.
Yeah, definitely. He is a wrestler. That head is like a third arm.
Oh my gosh, great pressure. Oh, clean hook on the break from that. It's very slick.
Yeah, the feint.
Ooh, clean exchange from Glover, then he dives back into the cage.
He doesn't bite on that feint. Spehar does not.
Yeah, spehar is going to fight. He's not going to try. He's not the one to try and bite on feints too much. Very blue collar type fighter. Just always about the business. Glover's corner calling for him to throw right hooks to the body. Probably not the best advice, because if he breaks this, then spehar still has control of the grappling exchanges, and that's where spehar is landing his strikes, because Glover is breaking on the inside to look for body shots, and he's giving spehar these great openings.
Yeah, Spehar.
Looks like Glover kind of landed his best shot, but Spehar's landing more.
Ooh, Spehar lands another sneaky
really
right
clean
hand.
hook.
Does the right hand
Fighting for that guillotine now. Getting both hands under the neck for the standing guillotine, putting him in the cage with it. Ooh, adjusting the grip really tight.
Yeah, that high, he can go high elbow. That would be even tighter.
Yeah. It looks like Glover's plan might have backfired a bit of trying to like strike on the brakes, because Hunter was just kind of ready. Fails with the guillotine. Glover going for his own. Maybe trying to set up, and it might be a submission, or it might be just like an attempt to ride it out.
I mean, he's got that grip all the way. I mean, he's a long guy, dude. He's a long guy. I wouldn't be surprised if that darts is like his favorite technique. You know, guys that are built like him, they can get it from that front headlock, no problem. They don't need to have a great angle. They can just wrap you up. So, you know, it's something that you look for when you're built like him.
Arm length is a really good thing to look at for this. It creates a lot of options. Big
Hunter,
hook on the inside.
Man, Hunter keeps landing that right hook on the break.
Yeah. Ugly exchange, but that's what Glover's looking for, I think, because that's his best time to land.
Glover said, "Oh, you're a striker now."
And then Hunter said, "Oh, you're a wrestler now."
Yeah. Oh, we're wrestling, huh? He's about to. Glover's going to move here to the back of the. Oh no, I thought he was running for a. Oh, that Kimura grip.
Ooh, great Kimura grip to put him back on.
That'll turn you. That'll turn you every time.
Very, very slick grappling.
Snap down. Those take a lot out of you, don't they?
Yeah.
Especially when it's a guy like Hunter Spehar
dragging
dragging down.
That man, and he's just, that's a slick move. He's just putting all the weight on the legs. All the weight. Like he snapped down, so hold him there, not to really pull him down. He's, I'm going to snap him down and pull your legs up. Man. And this is interesting. Now we're seeing, you know, Glover, the person that's usually trying to lead striking matches, is the one that's getting outstruck a little bit in the striking exchange.
I mean, he's honestly, he's coming into this with a very different strategy than I thought he would employ. I'm a little surprised.
I was kind of looking for more like ring control and boxing and angles.
I mean, he really hasn't thrown a jab.
Yeah.
It's mainly been the cross that's shown up for
goes
him.
and shoots, goes and shoots.
He has not been jabbing a lot. Back
oh, big head kick from Spehar to open the round.
I think that was across the neck, but it was close.
Yeah, like Glover kind of put his head into it.
He keeps ducking low there in that situation. You got to think the uppercut or the head kick.
Oh, the head kick's up again. Man. Big shots again by Spehar.
If Spehar really knew how to open up his front foot for a kick, that would have been a KO.
Oh, yeah. Heavy measuring at the kick range now from Spehar, shutting the takedown again from Glover.
So as soon as they started striking in the open, Glover's coach said, "We don't want that, Lewis. Pressure, pressure." So this is a strategy.
Yeah, it looks like this is what they prepared for.
That they have used, that they wanted to use against Spehar, who is clearly the superior grappler.
Kind of rewriting their script a bit for him.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Man,
oh,
Spehar
good
ripping.
hook on the exit again from Spehar. Saw a little bit of a wobble there in Glover. Man, I bet this is kind of like how Hunter's demeanor is like when he's going for shopping for groceries. Like
I was about to say this. Yeah, I was about to say the thing when he was walking out, and you were like, "He's very stoic." I was like, "Yeah, he looks like he's in line at checkout."
Yeah.
More grip on this single leg defense again. It's great. It's great.
And he's using it in reverse every time. Glover's falling for the same trap over and over and over.
And you can look for that right hook on the break.
Oh, big hook. Glover was not liking that. Big tight body shots to the up. That's a great exchange from Spehar.
He is
really active with the striking in this fight is Spehar.
Spehar's active in this fight.
Big knee up the middle. Glover did not like that.
Controlling the wrestling all on the feet.
Sneaking back down for an arm and guillotine now maybe, or another snap down. We'll see.
I mean, that's the beauty when you have a wrestler that understands chokes. I mean, he can threaten this. He can.
And having Tim Goom in your corner, he's won several IBJJF tournaments at brown belt. Very experienced MMA fighter in collegiate wrestling.
Hands are locked, but he gives up on that.
Because he's got options on the break, and he's looking for it again right here, breaking to striking. Glover staying on the cage.
Takes him right to his corner there by the Easy On Bobber logo.
Good crossface. Turning him back into the underhook. Whoa, big trip. Very well timed. Thing of beauty.
Oh, that was chef's kiss.
Yeah.
As the Italians would say.
And it was great. You saw Hunter just look off where he's going to put him. He just looked off, stepped with his eyesight, boom, popped him on through.
Bellissimo.
Heavy side control.
Short time to work for Spehar. But he's controlling it. All right, 3 rounds in the books.
Man, Glover was looking like he was having a bit of a rougher time at the end of that round. Like that knee to the body. Oh, was that the second round?
Oh, was it? I can't remember.
We're about to find out from the ring card girls here in a second. Anyways, Dylan, it looks like Glover, man, that knee to the body at the end of the round really changed the course for how he was defending himself on the wall, and he was quickly down to the ground after that.
That was the 3rd round. That's the end of the fight.
It is a 3-round title fight.
They do that all the time in South Carolina.
Oh, hey, Emily. We have Emily Keck here, one of the ring card girls and fighters for Conflict, saying that she's coming for that belt.
She wants one of her own. Everybody wants one. Everybody on that Charleston Muay Thai team wants one too.
Well, yeah, I thought this was a 5-round fight.
I mean, you would assume so.
Sometimes there's 5-round title fights, sometimes there's 3 for Andy.
Yeah, I mean, the next level fights we commentated were 5 fights, 5 rounds.
That's true.
Just depends on the commission, what the commission says.
And there's some animation from Hunter Spehar, getting really animated now with his coach.
He did the same thing with the decision in the last fight. Like he waits until the fight is over to like let everything out, you know? Some guys are like that. They need to be calm and cool in there. They need to tell themselves they're calm and cool in there. But Spehar, another impressive, dominant display from him. Not just with the wrestling this time, also the striking on the break and the clinch work was beautiful.
Yeah, really impressed with Hunter Spehar in that fight tonight. No, that last fight was very just wrestling heavy. This fight was lots of wrestling and lots of great striking for wrestling. Not just, if he had turned in just a striking match, it'd be different, but it was a striking for wrestling match. Very clean. We're about to move on into
the serious fights.